Oh, it's nice. Hello, 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 everybody. Good evening. Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. What am I showing? Mm. Good evening, good evening. Welcome, 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 welcome. Mm. What is going on? Oh, no. Yes. Okay. Good evening, my people. How you na day? How una day? Welcome, 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 welcome. I said let's talk about this topic today because of all the miracles and all these things about church. I just let's talk about it again. Let's talk about it again. But before we go into this, I like us to remember that they said over 280 children. Like, I don't know, is it that they cannot count or the numbers are not specific, like they don't really know? Because I'm thinking, if since it's a school situation, there will be a school register, and by now you will know exactly how many children we're talking about. Nigerian journalists, you people should do better than this. You cannot be using about, almost, over, when you are supposed to give a specific concrete number of people, human beings, not things. So when I'm seeing all this news about over, more than, it's very, very bad, very, very bad of our journalists that they cannot give accurate record of the number of human beings. So I would assume that a school will have register, and by now you would have taken register of account of how many children were present, how many are with their parents, and how many, like, on the dot. Don't say about, don't say over. Don't be using all these kind of unspecific qualifications to talk about human beings, whether living or dead, or whether, like, in any situation you have to be specific, because we are talking about number of human beings. We are not going to be saying about 280, like, are they 280 or 285 or 290? How many? Be specific, please. Nigerian journalists, you people can do better than that. Yeah. So my people, in case you are wondering what I'm talking about, I think I need to go. First of all, let's go there and see. I'm going to pull this from
security forces in Nigeria.
So my people, you're welcome. So I'm showing you this video directly from YouTube. You guys, you know how it is with copyright issues, but it's good that we are looking at it from an international perspective. So over how many number of, let me change the banner a little bit so that we can have specific, because normally this should be the news, the main priority of everybody at a time like this. I know so many other things are happening. We know dignitaries, what happened with Wigwe and his family, and we know like all those kind of a thing. Nonetheless, this is supposed to be something that will be on the lips of everybody. Let me put up a poster for this. Yeah. Good evening, my people. You're welcome, 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 welcome to my life. Bernard, I cite you. Good evening. So, my people, I don't want to waste too much of your time. I want us to go straight to this news about what happened in Kaduna and is still ongoing. And the news is saying, I don't even know, like, I don't know. The thing is crazy. The thing is crazy because they are saying over 280. Over 280. So it happened that I think in the middle of the week, I think this happened on Wednesday or Thursday, correct me if I'm wrong. Yeah. So we have a situation whereby there are people we know, we've heard their doings. They went to a school. They said they arrived at school on bikes and they were able and not just capable but completely successful in leaving that school with over 280, like 200, like I don't know with what instrument did they use, like how long will the buses need to be, how many are they? Like these are the questions that I cannot fathom. And what is making me to be really angry is when I'm looking at Nigerian news and they will be saying over 280. Like you're talking about human beings. You are talking about human beings and you are giving us specific number of over, about, more than. What does that mean? Nigerian journalists, you people can do better than that. Okay, what is it? Which one is over and more than? This is rubbish. You're talking about human beings. Whether they are living or they are dead, you're supposed to know how many. Wetin be that now? You are saying like they were taken from a school. So are you saying that the school did not have register? Are you saying that they don't know who are present and who is absent? Oh, okay. Are you saying that you don't know the number of students that you are registered in your school and you don't like? Are you saying that the parents don't know the number of children that have taken home? What is the meaning of over 280? Huh? Like, I don't know. Like all those una when I say they write all those things, when I say they talk that, or they need to give on a slap therapy. What to be over about? They're talking about human being. Will you want if something happen to you that your number they will put you together and you will not be specified? They will not be saying over, about, more than, 280. Like how many are they? So we can see in this news, I want to remove the volume because of copyright issues. You guys, you know how it is. But I will read a little bit. They say security forces in Northwest, they are looking for over 280 children. Over. So how many exactly? That's what I'm talking about. You are looking for over. Since how many days you have not been able to establish exactly how many children concretely were taken? Huh? Good evening. Eh? This is the school, oh, my brother. What did you say? What did you say? Make I talk. This is the school. At least this one even get here. At least this one, the roof looks like it's not leaking. It has window. But we have seen worse now. We have seen the school that is under a tree that they use a bacha roof. That there is nothing, no chair, nothing. We have seen worse. So this one is even representing a little bit like they even put chair inside. Hmm? Okay, that's a conversation for another day. So now they said that they are searching for the children in Nigeria and they are like over 280. Okay, let's go on from there. They say parents have lost faith in the system and in the government. So this is one of the families. So they are talking to this father now. He said that even last night he cannot sleep because of his thinking. His mind cannot come to rest. Then the other small, they took one of his elder sons. They left the smaller ones, and the smaller ones also spoke about what happened. So you can see that it's a rural community, maybe obviously a village, right? He said it was the older of his two sons that they took. So the small one was able to escape. So this is the one that escaped, the little one. Huh? So he's saying that he was able to escape because he said they arrived on motorcycles, and they start using their ED to be doing pa pa pa. And then all the students started to run into the nearby bushes. Huh? And he also ran into the nearby bushes. He said one of the bandits ran after him, but he was able to escape. And from the bush, he found his way and went home, right? So from the account of this young boy now, he's saying that they came with motorcycle. Ẹ jọ̀ọ́ nítorí Ọlọ́run, how somebody can use motorcycle and come and is able to carry over 280. Like, I'm trying to picture the scenario, right? It's unbelievable. So many questions. And right now, there is still no information. They have not called to ask, you know, they have not called to demand for anything. So nobody knows what is going on, right? Nobody knows right now. So how did they get out of that place? Those ones are just a question, question, question. And they have not called, they have not demanded answer. So nobody even knows anything right now. So, now everybody say, the lives of all these children, they matter. But who will pay the cat? You know, it's unbelievable that something of this magnitude is going on. We're talking about, like, if something like this will happen in any other country, like, everything will shut down, like everything. We are talking about over 280. They are not giving specific number, which means it could be 300, it could be 500. But the bottom line is it's over 280. So think about it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 until 200, and then on to 80. So we are talking about 300 small pikin that went to school, and everybody is doing as if nothing happened in Nigeria. All their priorities is somewhere else. Huh? Greetings, Ezioku. Good evening, Gerard. I greet you. So this is the reality of for the people that are living in this part. And my heart goes out to them because I'm just thinking about, since I heard this news, I'm just wondering, it's unbelievable, yeah, it is what it is. They say the president have deployed troops. They are searching for them. It's also in continuing from this from the narration from this journalist here. So he's saying that um, the government have deployed troops. They sent Nigeria sent troops to search for 280. So they have sent troops and they are searching for them. So my prayer is that they will be successful in their search, that there will be answers, that they will be able to help locate the children and bring them back. Right? Yeah. And Nigerian journalists, please, 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 you people should stop giving this kind of what you use all those kind of uh, adjectives or something for. Is like when you can things that you cannot count, like water, like things that you cannot count, not human beings that you can basically count 1, 2, 3, 4, that you can actually keep record of what, even human beings. So even whether not die, then that you can still keep record of how many. So stop using unspecific qualifications to give record of human beings. It's very wrong and very unprofessional. Yeah. And not like this one is even more than now. This one is that they are even primary school. This one is more than their primary school, and they are more in number. They are more in number. Yeah. Yeah, so my people, I wanted to discuss this video. I saw Ijele today, and it was kind of funny for me when I saw Ijele doing that video. Um, Let me see. I think I saved that video where Ijele was, where Ijele was. Yeah. So yeah, yeah. I wanted to share this video of Ijele here, and so
wonderful people dey there. It is for us to show Ebuka that he's a liar, he's a criminal, for saying he can heal anyone. Let him come and prove it. He said he will take us to court, no problem. We are waiting for his lawyers. Let his lawyers come. They will show us how they will prove all these things in court. If he proves it, I will go to jail. If he doesn't, then you people know that he's a criminal, he's a bloody liar.
Ijele dey worry,
Nobody
sha.
has a
Ijele,
power
Ijele,
to do
Ijele dey
anything.
worry. Yeah. So I saw this video. I wanted to make commentary on it. What I want to say basically is, like every other person have said, people, please, 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 if you are sick, seek medical help. First and foremost, seek medical help. Really. Because a lot of the things that happen that you are running to somebody like Ebukobi or even any other pastor, you need to go to the medical facility first. And they need to run a test, maybe do blood work to find out what is going on with you. You understand me? Because we are now in the age of digital. That's why I wrote it like miracle, prophecies, and healing in the digital age. We are now in the digital age. There are so many things people got away with in 1990. You can't get away with it now. Like, for example, I keep saying it, like, for example, Chris Oyaki Lomede, Oyedepo them. For example, there was a story that Oyedepo, somebody fell from a story building or something, that the head break into two, then he hold it together like this and put it together, and the head came back together and the child survived, you know. And I heard this story from a couple that they had a child, and that child, they waited for that child, and eventually they had that child, but something happened along the line, you know, the child was not feeling fine, and eventually that child didn't make it. And so they kept that child, and they wanted to meet with Papa, as they will call him, that they wanted to meet with him so that he will put his hand on their child and, you know, kind of resurrect him. And at that time, this couple, they were lecturers in his university there in Convent. And I was like wondering, like, you know, like you will be wondering, like, why would they think, like, how did they come to that understanding that they can take the child to him, and you know, just his laying hand on the child, just him praying with the child, that the child will come back to life. And they told me that story, right? So I was told that story, that one of the things that made him become popular and well admired was his ability to raise people from the, you know, people that buy. So this is a retold story. So I don't know if it is true, but this is what I was told, that this is one of the things. So what I'm trying to say is, at the time these things were happening, there was no digital, it was not on record. There was no digital aid, there was no social media. You didn't have camera on your fingertips, right? I greet you, Okoma. We didn't have camera. So there are so many things you can get away with at that time. I remember those days, Atmosphere for Miracles, they were showing it on the television, you know. They were showing it. Oh, even yours truly even went to that Atmosphere for Miracle. At that time, they were somewhere in Okota. They didn't have this new place that they have. And we went to so many of his programs. One of our neighbors that time, he was having problem, you know, kind of yeah, let me not go too far. Like, you know, we took him there, like all those kind of a thing. Then there was also Reham Bonki. You guys, you remember, back in the day, maybe in the what time? Maybe let's say 20 something. At the end of the day, that was then. There was no social media. There was no smart telephone that had camera that can video. There was no WhatsApp. There was no Instagram. Yeah. So there are so many things they did at that time. There were stories that were told about them, about their abilities, that there was no way to verify it. So the power of the crowd, the followership, people just kind of followed, people just heard, because you cannot underestimate that crowd pulling. It's a psychology. People tend to say, can all these people be wrong? And so when you see all this magnitude of people going somewhere, even though your right senses will be telling you that, no, asking questions, but the other one will be saying, like, can all these people be wrong? Look at these people of this caliber. Look at this person of this standing. They are all going there. Do you know more than them? These are rich people, well-to-do people, people who are traveled, people who are high in the society, and they are there. And who are you? Right? So before you, thank you. Yeah, I remember there was a time Zone Ministry, we went in a stadium, National Stadium, it was full. I remember that everybody sings, oh yeah, everybody. It was almost like a carnival, it was something that you do to go out, go on art, and it's like, go bunky. Everybody would just go, like, it's almost like fun. You go out, like going to, so that's one of Jesus of Oyibo. I didn't know about it, but I heard it. But the one I actually physically went to was, I went to Renheim Bonki. I went to Zoo Ministry at the National Stadium in I think whether Surulere or something. Yeah, I went there, and which one again? I went when I was serving. I went for a program from Uma Okpai, right? Uma Okpai also. And then I've also gone to Redemption Camp, right? And the Atmosphere for Miracle, of course. So at that time, they were just coming, and you see people trooping. You thought like these people are trooping. Even that time, MFM was just standing. They didn't really have buildings. They would just have some kind of wood, and they will put zinc on top. People will be filled in that place. And so it was just going on at that time, and people were just saying, "Oh, if everybody can, if only he can touch you, even if he can pray for you." And they were giving elaborate stories. And one thing, for example, one thing that always captures my mind, for example, when I'm listening to some of all these highly placed pastors, like, they don't stimulate my mind. It doesn't really, it's almost like they're talking to babies, that kind of, at that level, cognitively. I don't like that. I don't take anything from their message. Like, I don't even hear anything they are saying. All that, they're telling stories, talking when they went there, giving example, all those kind of a thing. Like, it's not even something that you can relate with. Greetings. So what I'm trying to say is, message to Ebukobi and all the people that are trying to reenact those things that those people did and went away with it and got away with it, and they are the big mega star today. You can't do the same thing. The times have changed. Today, anything you are doing is on record. The one you are saying, like, even if you say no recording, no recording, you can never be able to prove, stop it, right? Even if like, you can't stop it. So it's like, what you are doing is no longer within the confines of your congregation, of your people. The whole world can have a glimpse of what is going on because of digital age that we are in, because of AI. Anselm Madubiko, I heard about him, but I never got to be able to be in his presence. I know there are so many, but these are the ones I know. That, like Chris Okotie. I only remember that I used to see that Chris Okotie on television will be speaking big English, So big English. They will say they did miracle. And of course, you remember TB Joshua, all those kind of a thing. So the miracles, the healings that they did and all those things, those things are still questionable till today. Because there was no internet, people were able to fall for it. For example, Reinhard Bonnke is from this country, Germany. He didn't do any healing crusade in this country. He never gathered any number of people. Instead, his Christ for All Nations, they normally go to African countries. That's where you can do miracle. Why? Because there's no record. You don't have any record of people's sickness, where it started, how it is going. So somebody can just come and say, oh, since I was born, I've not done this, I've not walked, Where do you manufacture this kind of people that don't have medical history? It's only in Africa. Yeah. So what I'm trying to say is there is nothing like when you are sick, you go for medical help. You go for medical help. Your prayer, the miracle you need is for the medical practitioners to be able to diagnose what your problem is, because sometimes if they are not able to diagnose your problem properly, they cannot be able to treat it properly. So, and if they do intervene in the form of operation, in the form of going into the body to do something, your prayer will be for that intervention to be successful. You don't go to people that they have power to heal. Today, everybody is coming out. Everybody wants to come and take advantage, because that's where the market is. You have to understand it. So the message is going to you that you are seeking their healing, and also them that are offering you the healing. The landscape have changed. You can't do it again. You cannot turn your eyes upside down and say you are using it to see all the unseeable. Look at, unfortunately, what happened to this our brother Wingwe. He is a very big guy in Nigeria, a key player in the Nigerian economics. How come they never saw it and they are doing prophecy? Maybe they're supposed to say, my brother, don't travel. Like you understand me, something like that. So sometimes now you hear something happen in Argentina or wherever, they'll say, oh, they said it. So it doesn't work like that. Last, when it comes down to it, you are the one that can actually pray for yourself. Why? Because you are the one that wear the shoe. You are the one that know how it's paining you. And you are a God. God has given you that power. You can retreat into yourself and pray. And you need encouragement. You need motivation from your pastor. You need the fellowship. There's no problem about that. There are many churches that you can go to that you will hear uplifting messages. You will hear philosophy messages that will be useful for your life, that you can apply and focus your life in a better direction. But if you are going around and looking for somebody to heal you for something that maybe, like I saw a video, a young girl, she was having problem with her menstrual cycle, it was irregular. These are hormonal problems. It can be easily be fixed. All she needed to do was to go to the hospital. They will refer her to a gynecologist. They will check her hormone level and they will treat her accordingly. There are many different reasons that can cause it, right? Or you are having heart problem, you have even eye problem. They cannot heal you. They don't have that power. They don't have that power. They don't. And even in the Catholic Church, where they try to record miracles, they have to have a medical history of that sickness that it was healed. Go and check out the Vatican records history of miracle. They have to know whatever it is that you are sick of. You have to have a medical history that and you will bring your documents from the doctor's reports, that will show that you have been having this problem, you have this problem, you have been treated in this manner. This is the diagnosis of the person. Right? They will have the final diagnosis from the doctor before you were prayed for. And then even after 3 months, they will do another, X-ray or take pictures and another analysis of your health and compare the result. Is it still constant? Miracle is not something like, all this jamboree that they are doing. But the problem is people will not hear. If you tell them, they will not hear. It will tell them they will not hear. They would rather degrade themselves. Look at what happened to all these our Nollywood actors. Did you notice that when they go to the people that can heal, they will give them money to go to the hospital? But when it is people that are less known, from poor background, they will start doing jamboree. They want to use pahos, in the boss, all those kind of a thing. So this time is different. And if you look at, for example, these people that started all these things, they are not doing all those things again. Eh? Let me see what our brother wrote. I was shocked no one knows much about Reinhard Bonnke in Germany when I visited Essen. Yeah, because it's a post-Christian era they have. And believe you me, that post-Christian era is coming in Nigeria. It's going to come. It's not going to remain like this. So the German people, the European people, all this Europe, Greece, for example, Greece is an Orthodox Christian country, like the old Christian religion. That's what they were holding on to, and they were trying to preserve and hold on to it, like just like Rome, and it is Catholic. So that's how Greek is Orthodox, and that's how England is. What is it called? Anglican. So they held sway at the time, and they used that power to oppress, to do bad things. So I want to show you a video from the UK for you to see what they are using the church buildings to do. Like all these buildings that they are building everywhere, instead of them to use it to do something. There was a time it was like that in Europe. Amidst suffering, amidst hunger, they were building magnificent cathedrals with gold, with beautiful building, with sculptures, artwork, elaborate. And so people from poor background, when they come to that place, you imagine you are a farmer, you are coming from, how rugged Europe was, cold, and you are able to get some farm produce clean, and then you are coming to that place. It will look like the heaven they are talking about. And that's why the idea that heaven is made with streets of gold is so fascinating. Because for me personally, I thought about it when I was very young. I was thinking about it like, okay, it's made of gold, and so I wasn't connecting. Like, why should that be a thing for me that it was made of gold? But for the people that were writing it and in their society, it meant so much. That's why if you go to the cathedral, they are so elaborate, the way they are built. Like this one, you can see this one is in Britain. So I want to share this video for you a little bit. So this used to be a church in Europe. This is, let me see. I'm not letting it up because of copyright. They say St. Martha's. So this is Martha's Free Church in Edinburgh. This is in the UK. This is a church. It used to be a church. It's not only this church. Here in Germany, churches, big churches, they are converting it to something else. They are renting it out, spaces that can be used for other things. Why? Because they have moved past that. Because that time has passed. That time is coming in Nigeria. If they continue this way they are going, it's a matter of time. So you can see a church building, churches convert to unbelievable places in Europe. Yeah, they are converting them to restaurants. They are converting them to strip clubs, all those kind of a thing. Anything that they can use it to generate money, because normally church would be something that will generate money that people can go, assembly, bring offering and all those kind. But people are not going there, and the places are lying waste. Many church buildings are just lying fallow. Nothing is going on there. A few old people go there, but nothing more. Yeah, you can see this one as part of the Christian in Scotland. Today is a Frankenstein. You can see people dancing on the pole. Parties, bathtub dancers. This is to be a church. Are you seeing it? This is going on. They have to generate funds. because the buildings are fallow, so they can't leave it like that. So you can see this is St. Paul's Church in Bristol. Hmm? You understand? So the time is coming. You see all these cathedrals, all these big, all these, they'll say they want to build sitting capacity. That this time will come, it will be used for something like that, for music, dance, for people like all this Ayira star them, because why? You are playing with people. Normally, the church is supposed to give hope. This church is supposed to be a place to build, to teach, but they have converted it to a place that they want to use it to exploit unending, right? And then you want to do miracle, all these trick, all these three they are doing when there was no digital age. You can't do it now. The church today, in other places in Europe, they have moved past it. There's camera everywhere. You are captured, you are on record. You can't do it. You can't lie your way out of it. Like that one, he said vitiligo was something that was done by the mother-in-law, not knowing that something that is a skin problem that is common, actually extremely common, and in some cases can even be treated. You understand? So that time has passed. This used to be a church. That's what I'm showing you guys. This is in Spain. So this is Spain, in the Church of Santa Barbara. It's not Charles Temple. Are you seeing? This is a church these are across Europe. I will share this video with you guys in the chat, but I'm doing it like this because Nigerian people, they are so aggressive with this copyright issue. They'll go and take video that is not their own. Video that is not their own, that is in public domain, they will make it their own. I've never seen such greediness. But it is what it is, so we have to walk along with it. So you can see a skateboard park. You can see this is but before you get angry with the owners of Frankenstein, say why you go get angry? Europe today has many empty churches building that is lying waste, because Europe is no longer Christian. There are the remnants of the lost civilization. So Christianity was like something they used to bring about their own civilization. And what are we doing with our own? We are using it to destroy our own self, trick people. Somebody that need to go for medical checkup, you would prevent that person. The person that's supposed to get treated and maintain that health with some medication, the person will just waste away. You are creating problems, unnecessary problems, robbing children of their parents, robbing parents of their children, like doing nonsense. Yeah, there are a lot of women that will be holding their babies today. There are so many interventions for people who are having problem conceiving. All they need is to go for a test to determine what exactly is the problem. Yeah, and then they will go for that intervention. And like I said, your prayer will be, for example, if you should do IVF, or you should even do artificial insemination. You don't have to do IVF. You can do that insemination by yourself at home. Your prayer will be that God Almighty should allow it should help you, so that this thing will yield, so that it will not be an effort in vain, that the fetus will implant, that you will carry the baby fetus to term, and that you will give birth to a healthy baby. And that will be your prayer. You will not be going to somebody that will be doing his eye like this and be lying to you and be taking advantage of you, doing all kind of things. You understand? Because we are living in digital age. I don't know why it's taking people time to realize what is going on. So it was once the very heart of Europe, like European life and culture. Yes, Christianity used to be the center of European life and culture, even till today. For example, here in Germany, all the holidays is Christian holidays. Is public holidays is most of the like 95% of German holidays is tailored around Christian holidays. In fact, we even have holiday for Ascension Day, Maria Ascension Day, Pentecost holidays. We have all of them. You don't even have it in Nigeria. All those like Pentecost now, nobody knows that what is Pentecost, but it's a big holiday here, and they kind of add it as Father's Day, like Father's period. Easter is coming, the holidays are arranged around it, Christmas is coming, so it is like from this time up until May is holiday, after Easter, and then you have the Ascension, you have the Maria Ascension, and then you have Christ Ascension, and then you have no, I think you have Pentecost before the Ascension, something like that. So we have all those holidays because it used to be the center of their society, but it is no longer. Why is it like that? Because then they were poor, they were miserly, they were really hoping, and the clergy took advantage. They did bad things, just like these ones are doing now. They did bad things, and then when the government picked up and social welfare became established and medical healthcare systems became established, you understand, when they start having inclusive healthcare systems, you know that when you are feeling somehow, when something is not right, you go to your doctor, you make your complaint, they check. Yeah, there are times that they cannot know what is wrong with you also. It's true. Yeah, but then that is it. You can pray on your own. You have the power. Hmm? You yourself, you are all anointed. You have the power. You can pray. If you have a problem and your first thinking is that you want to call somebody, then you're not a Christian. You are never a Christian. You never got the message, because you have the power with you, because you are the one that know how it is feeling you. Like, you are the one that can put down your emotion and concentrate and pray for yourself. Yeah, right? So even if somebody wants to pray with you, is praying with you in agreement to the prayer you have prayed. Is praying with you in agreement to your hopes and aspirations. It's not just coming just because he has some extraordinary hands. He just lay that hand on you, your problem will be gone. Like I saw one time, there was a man, he was crying and crawling on the ground, and he was following Oyedepo. He said, "Oh, I want you to pray for. I want to be following you for the 19 years. I want you to pray for me." Now, don't be like that person, pining and pining away. Like, there's no need for that. You know, there was no need for that. Greetings, I greet you, Eziamaka. Yeah, so what I'm trying to say is, um Christianity in Nigeria, in Africa, is booming now because the government is not doing well, because the government have not created healthcare systems. So today now they are saying 70% of British people, they are not even into Christianity anymore. Huh? You can see, Europe have moved away from Christianity. That's what is a mass exodus. They have moved away from Christianity. So when you abuse something so much, at the time, the people will get sense by force. You know, see, churches, they are empty. Like, if you see when they are doing all these programs in Westminster Abbey, like, for example, all these English people, you will see that their churches are empty. Huh? So this is a Reverend Father. They are asking them, what can they do? The time has gone. I will share this video for you guys, but whereas it has ended in London, and it's booming in Africa. It's booming. People wake up, they go for their work. You understand? Nobody is thinking about all this kind of problem. Want to go to church? Like church, there is still church. Church is still there. You can go to church. Church is for more like community. You understand? And support. Yeah, support. There's a lot of support in the church. And again, once you are a member of a church, you pay tax, you pay church taxes. Like me personally, I didn't know it when I first came. When they were saying, you are a Christian, I was like, yes, I'm a Christian. They were like, are you Catholic or And I was like, I am something. I'm not Catholic, but I'm a Christian. And that's okay, evangelist. Not knowing that they are putting you according to the tax you will pay. Once you have become a Catholic or they call it evangelist, you'll be paying church tax to them. And they are using that tax to support. They are still playing their role, even in spite. There are people paying that church tax, but they are not going to church. So without financial support, many of them, they are supporting our people, for example, who need help. Like they have diaconie, they have caritas, like all these are people, all this welfare you are hearing about. They are training people in the hospital, they are running hospital, they are running care homes, they are running help, places to help people who need food, who need clothing. They are doing all those welfare charity things still. Even in despite of that, people are not many. They are still doing their work. They are still church. They are still priests. They are still bishops, and they have money like that. I'm telling you, because people still feel like, yeah, there's a place for it, but I don't have the time. But I'll pay. I'll give them money. Like me, I am paying tax every month. The only time you will not pay any tax is when you say you are not religious. So you not pay church tax. Everybody is paying church tax, and the church has money, and they are using that money also for the people, for strangers, for women that get pregnant, they don't have support. They give them money to buy baby things, all those kind of a thing. They help them, food. There are places you can go. They'll give you food. They'll give you all those things. Yeah, they are doing it. Yeah. So there was a time church was predominant in Europe, but it is no longer the same. Good evening, Chimeze. And just today, let me show you this video again. Just today, was it yesterday? They have how will I put it? Authorized yeah. I don't know how I will put it, man to man and woman to woman, that kind of a thing. They have authorized it in Greek. So Greece is the last, I think it's one of the last. Let me find that video. Let me find that video. Um, I think I wanted to share that video with you guys. Where did I put it? Sorry, guys. I want to share this video with you guys that what is going on in Greece right now. So Greece is the newest European country to accept Brother Gabriel and Sister Gabriel things. So they are just celebrating it recently. But I cannot find that video. I don't know where I put it. Yeah, I will share it with you guys. So now they have legalized it. So it was the last Christian state standing, like you can say Orthodox Christian, but they have legalized it, and the people are happy. They are clapping their hand. Oh, I'm telling you, the people were happy. So yeah, if you misuse the opportunity that you have, obviously it's going to come down to that. It's going to come down to that. Yeah. So me, I feel like I've seen the video that I wanted to share with you guys. So you can see. Uh, this is it. They say two are among the first. So these are one of the first people. It's now you imagine this is an Orthodox Christian country, but they don't come up for that level now. And people are happy, they are celebrating now and saying yes, oh yes, oh yes, oh yes. So you can see. So that time has passed. They are not, you understand? So they are now post-Christian society, and they are the one that brought Christianity to us. So he's saying that it's our obligation to ensure that every citizen in Athens has the freedom and the right to live and love as they choose. This is a Christian Orthodox country. Yeah. So it's a matter of time. So the person that wants to be doing, eh, I think that for me personally, the main surprising thing is that in spite of the digital age, that they still have this number of followership. Yeah, that they still have not this number of people believing that they can actually heal them and trooping there, going there with their problems, you know. So this is the reality in Europe today. The churches have been converted. The Greece is the last church standing, the last Christian Orthodox state. Eh? Greece is the first Christian Orthodox country to allow it. Eh? Are you seeing what they wrote? Eh? Let me bring it back. Say Greece is the first Christian Orthodox country, the first Christian Orthodox country to legalize it. Say your own street. Yeah. So that they don't pass all that level. So the question is, how is it possible that even though you have telephone, you have everything, that you are still able to be hoodwinked? And I think it's the failure in the educational system that reasoning and logic is not taught. So people are not taught how to reason, and a lot of people lost their parents and guidance. And I think this is what we are looking at, the problem of upbringing. Because if you were taught to reason things and be logical, there's no way you will be hoodwinked like this. In a time when you can just literally take your telephone, you know, open something and search. Yeah, search. Right? Like so people don't even know. They are stuck there. How will you have problem and you'll be going to someone like Odumeje? Like, I don't want to call anybody's name. God have mercy on me. And they will be saying they have him that will say power, say they have all this power and all the lepaduze kemanse. You know, does this make sense? I remember there was a time this somebody Iginla, he went to open water. Oh, I say I will not call anybody's name. He now said that is the pool of Bethsaida. You will not go inside that water, you will be jumping inside, will be doing and say you will spraying. The people will not come and be taking that water. Like how? How? Are you not even disgusted? Like, what of, the contamination? I don't get it. Someone now build pool and now fall inside and be doing all those kind of things inside and say you now go and take the water and say it's pool of Bethsaida. Hmm? Yeah, so I don't know why people have refused to have sense. There are many churches that are there. There are many sincere pastors that are there helping their congregants. Some are giving them food. Some are the first person that they will run to is their pastor. It's like almost a family member. There are many sincere people. But unfortunately, we have seen very, very many people that are taking advantage. And I'm just trying to tell them that they can only take this advantage for so long. They can only take this advantage for so long because it don't burst. It don't burst. Ignorance is more than is heavier than a disease, honestly. So you don't burst, forget it. Nobody, like, you can do whatever you want. Sometimes it will be too late. Sometimes the sickness are supposed to, like, for example, if you have cancer, maybe some problem, and it is not diagnosed early and treated early, you don't finish now. Because when they don't do all those jamboree with you, like I remember There was a case of a young lady that was supposed to give birth. Instead of her to go and register in an antenatal, for them to take care of her in the hospital, take note of her progression, you're now going to church. When it was time to give her, and she was pushing, 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 was not going nowhere. And by the time they are bringing the lady to the hospital, you don't finish. You don't buy. Beautiful young mother of little children. Our sister is saying it's because of no internet connection into most of the villages in Africa. Okay, that makes sense. That makes sense. That makes sense. But except that the people that are supporting and, for example, this thing Nigeria is doing and they are typing, I will buy you, I will do like this. They are all on social media. The people that they are chief, at least, oh yeah, no, Ogwani Ibiano, like in a village, for example, you cannot tell me. On the first thought, I'm thinking, yeah, it makes sense. But again, in a village, you have at least at least 50 people, 10 people that have access to internet that they can help to search. I remember back in the day in the village, um, most of those elderly people they couldn't write letters, for example, and they will now call young children that are going to school that they presume will be able to write letter for them to send to their children. And I can imagine something like that can also happen today. You don't have data, then somebody else can have that. You don't have internet, but maybe there's somebody that will be able to maybe go to the next city. There's always around it, but the people have to first of all think about it, that there's a problem and we need a solution. Because I remember those days, even me, yours truly, I was writing, I was writing letter. I don't even know. I don't know what I learn. I don't know that they write letter. I write a bongo letter, like they will be telling me long story. I will not be. They write anyone where I see inside the long story. you know so I can imagine that something like that can be applicable today, that somebody can have internet. I remember also in those days, yeah, in those days there were no internet in the village also. And then we used to have cinema in the village. Like there are, I don't know who they were. I don't know whether they were missionaries or they came with another church. I really don't know. But all I know is that those people, when they came, there will be a place in the village and they will put a white cloth, like everybody will come together in something like a sphere or a center. Then they will put white cloth, and then then I didn't know what was going on, but now I can know that it's projection. They use projector, and the film will be shot on. And I just know that we went there to watch television in the village, and I can imagine something like that can still be done if it's necessary, right? Because there are so many documentaries, there are so many explanations. Like, people can really invest themselves in for their local communities and deliver them. And there were radio stations also. So there are people that they can take it upon themselves to have radio broadcasts that will get to people in the villages, that they don't need internet. I mean, where there is a will, there's a way, right? I'm thinking about it that way, that yes, it can be a hindrance. Is hindrance a German word now or English? Sometimes I'm not sure what is German now. A hindrance, yeah. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I can imagine that it will be a hindrance, but there could still be a way, you know. Also, he said, Abi, he said they can walk. Yeah, so we need to do a lot of enlightenment. And that enlightenment, taking the Bible literally and saying they heal so you can heal, it's not like that. Yeah, because first of all, you have to look at, The country that brought Christianity and all these things, they have the best standard hospitals, and they train their children to the best, highest medical practitioning level, right? So, and most of the new intervention, new innovations, new help, remedies, medical help, medical medicines is still coming from them, right? So we can use it to apply to our sense and know that, yeah, God has already given us that knowledge, but the power to create is in our hands. We have to seek the proper knowledge, right? Like even in our own African herbs, maybe we can also find a way to learn about the herbs, teach about the herbs, right? And say, oh, this herb, you can use it for something like that. You know, maybe have a documented way of letting people know what herb and how to use it and for what purpose. So instead of making everything spiritual, 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 that time has passed. This is the era of AI, era of social media, digital age. It's not spiritual age again. You are too hung on spirituality. Yes, there may be a place for spirituality and all those things, but when it comes down to it, the physical goes first. Yeah, you have to do what you need to do first. Yeah, if you want to travel, if you want to go to the market, you don't stay at home and be praying, oh, the market, but you have to get up and go to that market so that you find that thing you are looking for in that market. And then you will take the one you can take. Of course, you cannot take everything you see in the market. This is how it is. So African people take the Bible and the literature so literally. And if you come to think about it, it's only what was translated for us in our local languages. So even if you cannot understand English, you can read it in Yoruba, you can read it in Igbo, right? And I believe you can read it in Hausa too, right? And it's not that it is bad, but it's just that you have it and you are able to assimilate it at your own natural language level. So all these other things, like when it comes to science and technology, it will be sounding like, which kind of English be this? So it's too long. Hey, you understand? You can't even put your head in it because your head has already been closed with that one. But it doesn't have to be like that, because today we're in another generation. We have tools. We have possibilities that were not there 10 years ago. And we don't even know where it is going. It is just starting. It just started like 2 years, a year and a half. This AI and all this digitalization, you don't know where it is going. So don't be stuck in that place. And for you that you are doing all this fake, doing all this machari, know that you don't have that possibility again. The time have changed. Yeah, my people, that's I think that's enough for today. I just wanted to make mention of this again. And I pray for the children that we are looking for. I really pray that God in his mercy will make it possible for the soldiers to locate them and that they will be reunited with their families. Amen. Yeah. So I don't know if anybody wants to add anything. You are welcome. You can want to join, you can join, or yeah, I will end the program here. I want to appreciate every one of you. Please don't forget to react to the video, click the like button, click the love button, react to the video however you deem fit. Yeah, the conversation can also continue in the comment section. And by the grace of God, I will see you guys tomorrow. By the grace of God, tomorrow I'll try to do the video early because I want to have the evening free. So I'll be able to come earlier or maybe midday. Yeah, I'm thinking I will do that earlier tomorrow. I'll let you guys know. So if there's anything you want me to talk about that I'm missing, you can always inbox me. And there are someone that I saying I should talk about, those people, those clearance and Nigerian armies. I say, me, I don't come on my hand though. It is well, oh, we are happy for the clearance and everything. Yeah, thank you so much, guys. I appreciate you all. Bye for now.